गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः देवी सुरेश्वरी भगवती गंगे त्रिभुवनतारिणि तरलतरंगे शङ्करमौलिविहारिणि विमले मम मतिरास्तां तव पदकमले. This is the first verse of the Ganga Stotram. तो who is this Ganga ji? इंग्लिश में चलेगा हिंदी में चलेगा दोनों मिक्स इंग्लिश. So he understands Hindi. He is correcting you. No, you don't. So who is this Ganga ji? What do you understand by Ganga ji? When you hear the word Ganga, what comes to your mind? Tell me. शंकर जी का खोपड़ी याद आता है, उसके ऊपर से पानी गिर रहा है. From his head the dhara is coming. Anyone else? What comes to your mind? सच बोलना. What came to your mind? Purity. Good. Anyone else? Huh? Jnanam. Jnanam, knowledge. Chalo. Love. Why love?
It's flowing and it's just passing.
Good. Love. Because she is getting a picture in front of her eyes of Gangaji flowing by the ghats. So there are two different ways of looking at Gangaji. One is the Gangaji, that physical Gangaji that we saw in Gangotri, then Haridwar, Rishikesh, then Varanasi. That is one Gangaji. And there, those who think they are body, the body, is there any other option? There is. When the second point comes, then we'll tell you. So as long as you think you are the body, you remember I had a smile on my face. Yani kani cha papani janmantara krutani cha tani vinashyanti pradakshina pade pade dubki maro pade pade. Again and again dubki maro. Why? Because I am a sinner. For many lives I have committed sins. And therefore I want absolution. And therefore I take snan I take a dubki, I give arghya, I take snan in Gangaji and absolve myself, because Gangaji is, by nature, she is purifying. And those who if you don't know the physical Gangaji, you take the water from Varanasi or Ganga Sagar, or you take it from Rishikesh, or you take it from Uttarkashi or Gangotri, the water, even after hundreds and hundreds of years, does not putrefy. There is no fungus in the water. That is the mineral content in that water. If you bought some water, तो आखिर तक उसको देखते रहना, आया क्या फंगस नहीं आया. I got water, I don't know how many, 30-40 years ago. Still I take a peg every now and then to freshen myself. So this is the first Gangaji. And how do you absolve your sins when you take the dip in? Bhav has to be there. You are not just going to clean the body. Every day you clean the body in your bathroom also. You can chant Gange Chaivane Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhum Kaveri Jalesmin Sannidhim Kuru. Every time the shower puts on, you chant that mantra. It will clean you. It is cleaning you anyway. But when we go to Gangaji, we do it even more, with more focus, with more bhav. And if you want some specific problem to be resolved within your mind, which has not gone for many years, and it is still eating you from inside, you feeling guilty about it, you have a regret about it, then you enter into the Gangaji, put your take a deep breath in, go under the water, cold water, close your right nostril, and while thinking about that problem, you breathe out from your left nostril. Once, twice, thrice, enough. कईयों को बेनिफिट हुआ इसका. So this is the first way of Ganga ji purifies at the physical level. What else is Ganga ji? Think. Ganga ji means flow, isn't it? Ganga ji means flow. Good, you said mind. So now think. Water, when it is not flowing, is it Ganga ji? The water is there. It's in a pond. It's in the Mansarovar lake. Is it Ganga ji? No. So when is that water, the purified water, the pristine, crystal clear water, when is it called a river or Ganga ji? When that water starts flowing. Correct? So you are, now we are going to the next level. From body we are going to the mind. The next river, Ganga river, is in your mind. What is the flow there? The flow of thoughts. So, if they are negative thoughts, and if you take a dubki in those negative thoughts, are you going to be purified? No. So then, what should we be doing? Keep doing the japa, keep taking the Lord's name, and every now and then, when you are taking the Lord's name, your mind becomes quiet for no reason, by His will. At that time, when your mind has become quiet, means you have taken a dubki in the Ganga, mental Ganga, or the Ganga of the mind, and you get purified. Because in that silence, in that quietude, where your mind has become thought free, meaning you are not aware of the waves of Ganga or the movement of Ganga because you are in Ganga. At that time, you are one with the truth. You are one with the waters. You are one with the consciousness. So how did you get there? Through the flow of thoughts. Those flow of thoughts or the flow of thoughts of the Lord's name, they helped you to go back to the source. So that is second way of understanding Ganga ji. One more way of Ganga ji. This whole creation, what is it? What is it made up of? What is the creation made up of? I am asking. Science. Panchatattva. What are the Panchatattva for their benefit? कहाँ से शुरू होता है? शुरू कहाँ से होता है? Thank you, sir. Space. Next one comes air. Next one fire. Then fourth one water. And the fifth one earth. And this is the grossification. The space is infinite. Then from the space the air comes. Then from the air, when the air starts moving, it generates heat. Then the fire comes. When the fire comes, then you sweat. When you're hot, you're sweating. The water comes. And when the water dries up, you get earth. So this is happening in you. So अभी यहाँ पे खड़े हो, there is no problem. You are sitting in one place. But you start moving, you're moving, the space has become, suddenly you will start feeling the breeze. The fan was still, now suddenly you have created a movement in space. That is called air. See, and कभी और बात करेंगे उसके बारे में. You understand this much. So the whole creation is made out of these 5 elements. So is everything in the creation made out of the 5 elements? Yes or no? Do the five elements die? So do you die? You are made out of five elements. Do you die?
Yes, body does.
Body dies.
Body does not die. Body is made up of five elements. So what happens to the five elements which you call death? They go back to the total five elements. So there is no death. Mrityu nivarini bhagavati gange. So recognizing this Gangaji is that this creation. First was the river Ganga, then is the Ganga of the mind, and the third is at the outside, the Ganga. The whole creation is nothing but, just like Ganga river was movement of water was called Gangaji, movement of thoughts was called as mind. Thought are also not other than consciousness. Similarly, the world is also, is there movement in the world?
Yes.
In which way?
Everything changing.
Huh?
Keeps on changing.
In what way?
Recycling.
Recycling, but in what way? Give me more clarity. Huh? Waking, sleeping, dreaming. These are the three worlds that you have. Every day they are coming and going. Is it a flow? Gangaji. Now, this Gangaji called waking, dreaming and sleeping, which is your world, this is your creation. You are only stuck to the physical creation. There is a mental creation called dream, and there is a absence of creation which is called sleep. So our total experience of one day is waking plus dream plus deep sleep, and they are continuously happening. So it's a flow. Just like a river was a flow of water, the flow of Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti is a flow of mind. Okay, you can say mind. Or a flow of, another way to put it, what is mind made up of? Okay, flow of thoughts. Because waking is a thought, dream is a thought, deep sleep is a thought. Correct? Or you can say it is a flow of consciousness. Consciousness. So consciousness alone is the mind. Consciousness, the Atma, alone is the thoughts. Consciousness alone has become the five elements. Consciousness alone has become the Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, the waking, dream and the deep sleep. And the game is going on, the flow is going on. How you look at it, how you interact with it. We need the blessings of, if you look at it as Ganga, then no problem. If you look at it as a problem, then you will drown. Then you will be, and what is drowning? Drowning is becoming afraid. Drowning is becoming identified. I am only this, not seeing the whole flow taking place in creation or in your mind. So this is Adi Bhautik is the creation outside. Adi Daivik is the flow inside. Adhyatmic is the consciousness alone is expressing as the river. Two ways. This river, the flow can be outward towards the world, or it can be inwards towards the self consciousness. If the flow is towards the world, you will never find satisfaction in life. So when is Gangaji? Everything is Gangaji. But where is what do you call Uttar Kashi? Where is Haridwar Rishikesh on Gangaji? Where is Varanasi on Gangaji? These are the places where Gangaji is flowing which way? Back to the source. So when your mind, when your thoughts, when your emotions, when your bhava, when your convictions, instead of going out into the world, when they are thinking about, when the thoughts are thinking about the source, then in that river of life called Gangaji, it becomes an auspicious moment in your life. And same thing happens when you're taking the name of the Lord. Same thing is happening right now because you're listening to me, but your thoughts are towards the source. And in this way, keep taking the blessings of Gangaji again and again from looking at all the time. We cannot be in the body. Sometimes we are in our mind, sometimes we are with God, sometimes we are with the creation. But how do we convert it into a divine experience is what Gangaji teaches us. Bolo Ganga Maiya ki Jai. Prasad ready hai? Perfect timing. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om